Hey guys, Maddie here with Maddie Designs and Finds over on Paint Pixie. So if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. And we are going to be dyeing some paper with some Paint Pixie paints tonight. I told you I would do it last time I was live on Paint Pixie, so we're going to dye a few papers. I got a little container here. I have just a little bit of water in there, not much because we ain't going to be dyeing a ton of paper. So I just got a little bit of water in here. So when everybody starts popping on, I'll start. Hey Sandy. We got 3 people. Say hey when you're on. And if you're on my page, you can come and over on Paint Pixie, I can see your comments. If not, I'll read them after the live. Hey Magnolia and Sandy, welcome in everybody. I just got a little tub with some water here in it. Probably don't even need that much water, to tell you the truth, because we're just going to be dyeing a little bit of paper at a time. So I'm going to pour a little bit of this water into this container. So I'm just going to try not to pour everywhere. I just want a little bit of water, so we're just going to dye a couple sheets of paper. The first one. I can always pour more in here because I've got plenty of water to what I'm doing. Hey Sue. Okay, we got a couple. So I'm just got a little bit of water here. It's not enough to even coat the bottom of here, but I'm going to put some paint in here, and then I'm going to dip my paper in it. But I'm going to do several colors, so I just have the one container. It's fine. I'm just putting a little bit of paint. You don't need a whole lot for what I'm doing. I'm just showing you how you can paint. Use paint to dye papers. The first paint we're going to be using is French Macaroon. I love this color. We're going to be using some of it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some paint in my water, and this is warm water, by the way, that I'm using. You can see in here, it's already got my water colored. It doesn't take a lot to paint this paint to color your pages. So I'm using the same container for each one, so. And I'm just taking my little stir stick. Woo! I don't want to paint my shirt. No. Guys, I got on my white shirt. I shouldn't have wore white. Hold on a second. I'm going to spray my shirt. I don't want it to dry. I'll get it off in the washer in a bit. Well, it may end up being a blue shirt by the time I'm done. I should have thought about that. Okay, so we've got our paint in here. As you can see, this will do quite a bit of pages here. You see the water there? So all I do is just put my paper in here. Normally I'm doing a lot more than just one page, so I have more water, and I usually fill it up until I use up all the water. Look. This is going to be a pretty pale blue. That's all I'm doing. You can do it as dark or as light as you want, but I like this color, so. Then when it dries, it's going to be that color. Look how pretty that is. And I have a basket here. I'm just going to put my paper in here. I like scrunching it up because I like some texture to my paper. So that's what I'm doing. That's the way I'm going to do each page. You can even do little strips of paper. See? That's I'm going to do this side. You can even do little strips of paper. Put that over here in the little basket. Now, we're going to even do book pages. Hello, Hope from Rebecca. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. So this is what I didn't put a whole lot of water in here. Just a little bit, because I didn't want to be doing too much. Because a little bit of water goes a long way. A little bit of paint. Now you could use dye. I do have actual dyes to paint, like clothing dye that I can use. But I like using paints too, because you can get so many different colors. So I'm just going to scrunch this up because I like for it to be scrunched up. Do another page. This is just water and paint mixed together on my page. When it dries, will be blue. You can see the difference between the look of this page. See? It's going to be blue when it's done. I'm just getting the extra. And sometimes I like having, I fold it up because the extra paint in the little creases will be darker. So we'll dry it. After I get a few, I'll dry them, then I'll show you how you can use them. Hey, Tammy. There's that one. And I'm just scrunching these up and putting them in my little basket behind me. So I'm trying to use up all of this paint from whatever I can get on what pages, because the next color is going in the same basket. And you can even, do I have tissue paper? You can even do this with tissue paper. Have any? No, I don't have tissue paper. I was going to bring some in here, forgot. Yeah. But you can do the same method with tissue paper and dye tissue paper. What? These are just book pages. So that I'm doing now. Just book pages. I'm just trying to get all this onto here. I'll turn it. Can y'all see? I'm just getting all this dye color onto my page here. I usually do this in bulk outside, so I had to figure out how to do it inside without making them too big of a mess. So this is the paper here. When it dries. Now, let me see. This is the back of a napkin. Back of a napkin that we're using here. And I'm just wiping out the paint with this. Okay. You can even lay this out and dry it if you want. I'm just using it to wipe this bucket out, but you can use your back of your napkins as well. Okay, got it dried out pretty much. What's this over there? You can use that if you want. Okay, let's see. What other color do y'all want to see? Hey, Tammy, I'm doing okay, girl. We just used French macaroon. That's the first color. Now, what other color do y'all want to see? I have figgy pudding. I have juicy mango. Of course, I have cotton candy, and I have the red. Let's do cotton candy. So it's going to be pink. I'm just putting a little bit of pink in here, but I'm going to add red to it so it'll be darker pink. Just so y'all can see it on here just a little bit. So this is all I put in there, just a little bit. I just tad a bit of red to it. I don't want it too dark. Now we're going to add in some water. And that's just going to be a little bit of water. Not too much. Not too much. See, I'm just going to squish this around. Where's my little sticks? I have a little sticks over here. There it is. I'm just swishing this in here. This is the best way I know of how to show you the dye papers inside the house. Now you can put these papers on a sheet and put it in your oven at your lowest setting to dry it for a few minutes to dry the paper. But I normally just set it outside to dry it in a sunny day. I usually don't dye papers unless it's sunny out. Then I'll just put them up there and it dries in just a few minutes. But there's the pink. Did it a little bit darker so y'all could see it. We're going to do book pages. And all I'm doing is putting it in here. You can wear gloves if you want. I'm not worried about it. Okay, here's our first pink one. When it dries, it's going to be pretty. And I'm just going to put it in the basket next to the blue. Do y'all like this method of dyeing papers? Use these as tags and junk journals. Any kind of crafts. It has your background on any craft that you want. Sorry, I'm trying not to drip it everywhere. As I said, you can put more water in it if you're doing more. But for this live, I only put a little bit of water in this container. Just to get some, but not a lot, of book pages here. And I'm just sticking them in a basket with the blue. And I have paper at the bottom of there for it to leak on so that it doesn't leak out onto anything else. Then we're going to dry a few of these and maybe make some tags or something with it so y'all can see once it's dried how pretty using paint to dye pages is. And I'm just crunching my pages up. Scrunching my pages. Now normally I have like a whole tub of water. Well, not really a whole tub, but I have it about this much in there, and I'm doing a bunch of them outside, and I'm just dipping them in and laying them on to a table to dry, or hanging them up on a clothesline, either one. You can hang these on a clothesline with a clothespin. Sorry guys. I have my little cutting board over there. That's all sitting on. We're just getting this all in here. Have you all dyed paper like this before? Let me know in the comments. And what's your favorite color? What color would you choose to do this? I just Okay, that's book pages. Let's do music page. Let's do music page. This is a music page. And let's get some white. I have some white paper here too. Let's do a music page. Now, as I said, I can always add a little more water in here if I need more water. Just a little more water. This is going to be pretty too. This is a music page. It's going to have pink on it when it's done. And I like doing this because it gets in the little crunched up areas and it'll be darker in the crunched areas. Now this is a white piece of paper here. It's just printer paper. I'm just going to dye it. Just be careful though, you don't want to rip your paper like I just did. Because once it gets wet, it's easy to tear, your paper is. Hey Monica, how are you? Okay. Now that's the white paper. You can see that's white. Now it's pink. So we'll put that over there. And just wipe this out with this paper. We can go to our next color here. Just let me have a paper towel. I do have paper towels. I'm making a mess. I'm trying not to get it everywhere. So we clean that out. Hey Mary. Let's do the figgy pudding. This is the purple. Purple one. I haven't used this one, so I'm just going to put a little dab in here, as y'all could see. Just a little, about that much. You can always add more if you want it darker. Warm water that I just put in here. So all I'm doing is just adding a little bit of water. Not too much. So I don't want to dye a ton of papers. Well, this is a little bit more water than the other ones, but you see, I'm just swishing it around the paint, the water, making sure it's all mixed up here. And this is the way I do coffee dye. I just put my coffee with a little bit of warm water and dye my papers. Same way. You can use instant coffee, but I use coffee grounds and it gets on the paper sometimes and makes a good texture too. There's our figgy pudding. Let's do it on some white paper. Normally, I just stick it in and bring it back out. I usually don't move it around a lot, but with this I do because it's not a lot of water. Look. Oh, that's going to be pretty paper. I like this one. That figgy pudding is going to be very pretty. Let's put it in there. This is printer paper I just cut up. Okay, just getting that extra off of it. Okay. Let's do this one. Then we'll do a book page and see if I got some more music page here. I just got some papers. I don't know how much of each I got. I just grabbed some. Hey, Marla Kay, sweet friend, how are you? My husband ate every bit of that peanut butter pie but one piece. If that tells you anything. That was his birthday pie. I ate one piece. My son didn't want any, so my husband just ate it all. He loves peanut butter pie. Okay, let's get us a music sheet. Music sheet here. We got book pages. Let's see. Music sheet. Let me see. Do we have any other? That's a book page. Do I have? I thought I might have had an encyclopedia book around here somewhere. I thought I brought one in here, but I'm not seeing it. Do I have any in here that I was already using? No. Okay, you can do encyclopedia pages like this too, and it's pretty. So I'm just moving the water around over top of this page because I ain't got a lot in there. We're just dyeing papers with paint and water. I don't want to tear my page too much because I do kind of want the whole sheet. So let's just crumple that up. Now let's do a music sheet. Yep. He liked it, so that's all that matters. It was for his birthday. He don't eat stuff like that very often. We tried to not eat too many sweets, but on the special occasions, we have quite a bit if we want them. He ate on it all week, so he ate on it all week. His birthday was Friday, I think. He ate the last piece last night anyway. It's hot in here right now. I'm gonna have to turn my fan on. And another just page. Regular printer page. Paper page. That's what we're doing now. You can do this method with any type of paper. I'm about ready to turn my fan on, guys. Ladies and gents, whoever's on here. So there's that one. This figgy pudding is so pretty. And let's do one more just to dry out our container. I'm just trying to get the rest of this water onto this paper. And it's okay if this one is a little messy. Okay. See, that's going to be cute too. So we'll lay that over there. And with the rest of it. With my paper towel. So I'm just taking a paper towel, wiping up what's left in here, cleaning up all the extras so the colors are not mixing. Okay. So next I think we'll do the juicy mango. What do y'all think? You want to do juicy mango? Girl, it has been probably 70s today. It's probably in the 70s. and warm. Did I open this one? No. Oh well, we're using it anyway. I got one open, but I got this one. We're just going to use it. This is Juicy Mango. See? It's like a sunflower. I think it's pretty for making sunflowers. Not that one. Let's use this one. It's warm water. Just put a little bit of water. So we're not doing too many pages, so I don't want too much water. Swirl that around. You see? It's getting in here. Take my little stick. Make sure all my paint is incorporated into my water. Not just sitting here. Okay. Hey Lori. Hey Mary. So there we go. We just got a little bit of water there. This is Juicy Mango that we're using now. Just trying to find a spot to pull it up. Isn't that pretty? I think that's going to be pretty. And I'm just putting them all in here, in this little basket. And we'll dry some in a little bit. After I get all these dyed. Yes, I think it is pretty color, Marla Kay. Very pretty. Matches my shirt, this Juicy Mango. It's got little sunflowers on it. So we've done the blue, the purple, the pink, and now we're doing the orangey yellow. So we've did, this was the first color, which is French macaroon. This was our second, cotton candy, with a little bit of the red velvet cake added to it. Now we're doing Juicy Mango. Oh, we did figgy pudding. So that's the ones we've used so far. That's the colors. Hey Lisa. Just letting the extra drain off. Put it over here. This is printer sheets that I just cut up to put in here. So your paper, once you get it wet, it's paper. It tears very easily, so you have to be careful with it. Gotta be careful. Let's do one more sheet, then we'll do a book page. You can do more than one at a time if you want. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's do a couple of these in here. Just to get it in here. And you can get different ones, different textures. So see, there's that book page. See how it comes out. It's okay if they don't get completely dyed, because sometimes I don't want them completely dyed. I just want a little bit here and there, like this one. This one. This page back out of here. And you can leave them in there longer to get even darker if you want to leave your page. Just don't leave it in there too long, it'll fall apart. Here, still have a music sheet. Still having more music sheets. Okay, let's just do a few more of pages here. And this is just paint and water, guys. Just paint and water to put on these pages. I said you don't have to have them completely covered. It's kind of neat sometimes if you just, when you're doing tags, to have parts sticking out here and there. Another one of these. And I usually put them out in the sun when I do this and let them dry, but you can put them in the oven, however you want. There's that one. I like to see where it's darker, where I crunched it up there. That's what I like. Okay, there's our thing. I'll just move it out of the way. Get me a paper towel over here. My little towel. I have plenty of pages here that I could use. But we ain't using all these papers. We're going to bring this over here. This is all the papers that we dyed. I'm going to try to dry a few of them with this to see if it works and try to make a tag or something. See what it does. This is all our colors. I think I might lay a couple of them out and see if it might dry faster. Let's do that. Let's do this one. And let's do one of the figgy puddings. Look at that where I crunched it up. Hold on, I'll show you. Let me get it uncrunched now. You see where I crunched it up, the darker in it, the darker. It's pretty. We'll do a couple, then we'll dry a couple more. Let's see. There's that one. Let's get, here's a pink one. Okay. Let's dry these, then we'll dry another one and see what it looks like. It's so fun to do this. So if you're in a hurry and you want a colored paper, just get you a little bit of water and paint. I like my paper scrunchy. Probably going to take a minute to dry, but we're going to try it. I'm going to try it and see. It's working. It's getting dry. It's getting dry. Now this was the juicy mango. pretty. See all that? It's just juicy mango. It's getting dry. Hey, Trishika. Come in, everybody. So let's work on this one a little bit. Move it over. Run this side a little bit. Now I think this one is really cool. You can see the darker purple where I scrunched it up. And it went in there. I didn't do a whole lot in this one, but I did some. So see? Paper. You just put it in your junk journals or as backgrounds to your crafts, whatever you want paper for. And I did tear a couple of the edges on here. That's okay. It still works. Hey, Diane. We're trying to dry these papers a little bit so we can use them on some tags or something. So y'all can see the prettiness. Y'all see that? Look how pretty that is. You see all those darker spots in there? This part is dry, this part's still wet. So we're getting it dry. It's pretty though when it dries. And this one's figgy pudding. This was juicy mango. Juicy mango. And this one's figgy pudding. Figgy pudding for this one. Figgy pudding. Just very pretty. And this is cotton candy, which we ain't dried it any, so let me dry it a little bit so I can hold it up. And that was the cotton candy with just a little bit of red velvet cake. Just so y'all can see it on camera. Oh yes, you can, Marla Kay. You can decorate some eggs for Easter with these. Yes, you could. You can use them for many different things, whatever you use paper for. I know this is noisy, but we gotta dry it a little bit. And then I'll get the other one. We gotta get the French macaroon out so we can see what the glue looks like. Hey, Carla. there's the pink. I don't know if y'all can tell good enough on there. But let's get the French macaroon. I know this is noisy. So we did all those papers. And let's see. Let's get a good one. Let's get one of these ones. Let's get this one. I've got a garbage bag underneath that, so in case it does leak, it won't leak onto my surface over here. Okay, this is the French macaroon. French macaroon. I should have crumbled it up a little bit more like I did this one. I love that one, the way it turned out. You can do coffee the same way if you want coffee diet or tea. You can do it the same way as I just did these pages. You have all your pretty papers. These are pretty colors too. Isn't that pretty for spring? Those colors. I haven't seen Josie on, but oh, my code is Maddie15 if y'all want anything that's not already on clearance over there. It's Maddie15 off for 15% off. I'm an affiliate for Paint Pixie, so if y'all want to use my link, there is a link to Paint Pixie on featured post on my page, Maddie's Designs and Finds cover. So there is one under featured post. I have a link tree there too. It should be around there. I do need to put some more stuff on my link tree. Sorry if I'm screaming, but to me this is loud. I don't know about how it sounds to you all. Almost dry. Almost dry, guys. This is the French macaroon. Hey Janice. I'm just trying to make sure it's dried a little bit more. You want it dry to use it. There's some pretty page colors, I think, for spring. I think I chose the right ones. Guys, I know it's taking a while, but it's going to take a minute for it to dry. It's this wet paper. It's got to dry, so. Now, these are just printer pages. These are book pages. They seem to dry faster though. out some stuff that I got here. I want to use that. Because I know that thing's noisy. We'll just see. So this is pretty dry. That's the Juicy Mango. This is the Red Velvet Cake and Cotton Candy mixed. This one is the French Macaroon. And this one's the Figgy Pudding. I think it's beautiful. I love them. I think it's pretty for spring. Just knock down my other stuff here. Okay. I'm getting a stamp because we're going to stamp on it. The stamp. Just don't matter where you stamp it. You can stamp on. It's pretty. Stamp it over here. Stamp it here. I'm just stamping to give it some more texture. Look. Okay. You can also, we'll be grinding it up a little bit too. I love this stamp. It's a little postage stamp, but I like it, so I use it. I have other ones. We're just going to use this one on these. See? Gives it a little more texture on here. You can even do the book pages. Well, here. You do it as light or as dark as you want on here. Here's the book page. Let's do this one. You do different directions, however you want. See, just gives it a little extra something on there. That's just black coloring. Let's see. Is that good? Yeah. That's just to get the extra ink off of my stamp. Sit over there. So what do y'all think so far about these? Juicy Mango. This is Cotton Candy and Red Velvet Cake mixed to make a darker pink. This is Figgy, nope, not Figgy Pudding. French Macaroon, and this is Figgy Pudding. So they're all pretty colors. You can fold them up and make a journal cover. If you want to do a journal cover. We're going to make a couple of tags. I do have some stuff here for tags. And let me see. Scissors. Let's make a couple of small tags. And what else do we want to make? Okay. I'm just going to decide on what I want. We're going to use this here for that. But I'm going to tear it instead of cutting it. I'm going to do tear it. Just tear it. Okay. Set it over here. That part, I think I want to tear it a little bit more. You could even use these little small pieces, which I will use in junk journals. Okay. And let's do some more. I'm going to put this on here. And let me see. This is some little faux washi tape that I made. Guys, I do have a Paper Junkies private group. It's $10 a month. If y'all want to learn how to do this, make faux washi tape. I mean, we do different things in there. If y'all want to join, I go live on Wednesdays in there. I do want to ink this edge up, so if y'all want to join, you can join there. It's MattiesDesignsandFinds.com where you can find the link to join. Get me this is just Meltdown. I'm using for my sealer. Just put this on my paper. I mean my decoupage medium. I'm making a mess, but that's okay. Got that. This is going to be a tag. Just put a little bit over top of it, just to seal it in. When it dries, you dry it. Wrinkling my edges up on some of my tags here. See, I like wrinkling on the edges. You only got a few minutes. Well, I'm trying to get this done. So, and this is just the faux washi tape. And I am just going to peel it off. You can see. And I want it to go this way. Yeah, I think so. Put that on there. It's cute. It's going to be a cute little tag. Okay. Let me see if I got some lace over here. Maybe I can add to it. Hey, Justin. I can get my lace open. Let's see. Let's put a little bit of lace. Where do I want my lace? And put it down this way or across the bottom here. How do y'all think the lace should go? Across the bottom or down long ways? Which way should the lace go on our little tag? I think this is going to be pretty. Tell me, which way do you like the lace? I am going to grunge this up. I'm going to grunge up my tag though, around the edges. Y'all know I like grunging things up. And I like this little loose part on here too. Sometimes I do it for meanness. That's pretty. Yeah. Long way. Marla K says long way. What do you all say? And I am grunging up my lace. Grunging my lace up. See? It's grunged up a bit. This is what it looked like without the grunge. And we will, I want it to go in this direction though. I don't have my hot glue on to glue it. Should have turned it on. Oh, I have fabric glue here. I do have some fabric tack here. Oops, I don't want to put too much. Don't want too much of this on here. Got a few minutes left, not too much. There we go. Well, if I can touch it. Do I have any jewels or anything in here? That's cute tag. Is that pretty? I do need to cut the ends off. And I am just going to a little tag, cut the ends off there. And I'll poke a hole up here and that'll be a tag. It's a cute tag. So that's got to dry. That fabric glue's got to dry. Because that's lace. That's cute. You can put a little jewel or whatever, little gems on it. But I don't have any in here. Let me see. Hold on. See what else I got over here. Oh, I know what I'm going to put on it. Well, let me see. Do I have one smaller? How about a butterfly? Do y'all think the butterfly would be pretty on here? This is just paper butterflies, but I could put a paper butterfly on there. A little purple. What do y'all think? I'm going to put it on there. I like butterflies, so I'm putting it on there. Whoops. I'm going to put it right here. Like a 3D element on there. It's pretty. I like that tag. I like it. You like it a lot. Okay, we used some figgy pudding. We'll set that to the side. Now this one, we ain't got but a couple minutes, so let's try to make something out of this one. I got glue on my finger here. This one's French macaroon. We're using now. Where's my... That's my paper glue right there. Let's get this one on here. I'm just going to put this medium down on the paper this time. Gotta make sure I got enough on there. Don't run away. Have enough on there. Let's dry it. If I have any other different types of lace over here. This is pretty. Thanks, Carla. Okay, it's not all the way dry. We've got 1 minute, so I'm just going to tear a piece of this faux washi tape and put on there. I like using the faux washi tape that I make. It's cute to put things on here with. Let me see. just go down this way with that. Let's give it a little bit of extra. Okay, it's 9 o'clock, guys. That's my time. So we just did a couple little tags. I know I'll finish embellishing this one, but you can see you can use it for whatever. This is a paper. You missed it. And we used French macaroon, figgy pudding, the cotton candy, and the mango. So y'all go and join the next person. Thank y'all for watching. Bye-bye.